Best day ever. Best day ever.
Alright, you see this dress, you got it. This fits so good, you flaunt it. How you get so iconic? I see you, babe. Can't wait for later. My favorite.
Okay, so we got Chris here. He is the owner of the yacht, the first NFT yacht in the whole wide world, and we're gonna share hats. So, the official collab. Thank you for having us.
You know you want to. Do your thing. Don't change a thing. Make everybody around you just wanna sing.
Episode
15.
15. And we lost track at like episode 5, and now we always feel unsure.
I am, counting's hard.
Well, welcome back to the only NFT yacht in the world, and we are reporting live. Shout out to Chris from Yacht Parties for hooking that up. We're gonna put all his info below.
Parties Yacht.
Yeah, and if you on Instagram,
On Instagram.
Yep. If you want to charter in Miami, that's the one to go to. So yeah, what are we talking about this week?
So we are going to use OpenSea as an example. It's the most widely used, but we're going to talk about creating an NFT project. What are the very brief overview of steps? And then also, when you're on OpenSea, what does everything mean? You hear so many terms thrown around: floor price, volume traded, owners, all of that. So we're going to cover that.
I was gifted an NFT from the Ravencoin community, our favorite ones. You know, we talk about them all the time.
Oh my God, the Mona, Crypto Mona.
Yes.
Crypto Mona.
And they were really, really cool. And we have an NFT expert on the team, and he was like, oh, well, what's the floor price? And I was like, I don't know what any of these mean.
They had just been minted, so I don't think there was like all of that general data, but we'll drop one in. Those were awesome. I actually have one too.
Yeah. Shout out. Thank you guys. You are the best. Keep gifting us. But that was something interesting. So we decided that let's dive into that and let's talk about how to launch your NFT project.
Yeah, and those were on the Ravencoin blockchain. So they're a Mango Farm Assets wallet, I think. Anyways, Kayla, let's get some tea going.
So we're switching it up again. We're actually doing tea. You guys are really...
Don't spill it.
Oh, you know.
What's
I mean, we
easier,
can spill
pouring
a
the tea
little
or the
bit.
champagne pot?
I feel so elegant with this.
Look
I
at
do
her.
have to say. With the pearls today. This is meant to
I
be.
feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland, but I'm Megan on Yacht.
But no
Land.
mad hatter. I was gonna say mad hater, but we got a few of those. Cheers.
Some people were mad our yacht burned down. Or no, they were happy our yacht burned down.
Literally praying on our downfall, and I was like, okay, watch me get a bigger yacht.
How can anyone be happy a yacht burned down? Like, they were in Jess's comments being like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, shout out to everybody that was like, hey, was anyone on the boat? Like,
No one person asked if they were okay.
and I was like, yeah, thank you. Like, shout out. Anyways, let's all learn together and get hot and rich.
Yeah, like Captain Rob. So we can have our yachts burned down and we can get a bigger, better one. And hopefully we'll be on it soon.
Welcome. So,
This season, we're going to have like different yachts. So we got some really cool ones
into
lined
the
up.
thick of it.
All right. How to launch an NFT collection. Let's get started. So let's recap. What are an NFT?
NFT, non-fungible token on the blockchain. And for this example, we're going to be using digital art. But I want to reiterate,
It can be anything.
NFTs can be anything.
Music, GIF, code, a picture, a nude. It doesn't matter. You can make it whatever you want. Hey, let's get creative here. My face is an NFT. Adrian painted my face, and you can now purchase it.
You can, if anyone wants, there's 2 photos of me on OpenSea, like selfies. They are minted as NFTs.
If anybody's interested, reach out to us, and we'll give you a
No,
discount.
I literally did that because I wanted to make my Twitter profile picture an NFT. I don't pay $2.99 a month for nothing.
I'm going to buy Megan's face, and we're going to put this on.
You can.
You want to buy my face?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll trade.
TBD. All right.
So anyways,
But yeah, so just for the sake of this episode, we're going to use digital art as an example. So let's say you have a piece of art and you want to launch it into an NFT collection. Sorry, you have several pieces of art and you want to mint them and turn it into an online
or you
NFT
have one.
collection.
You can have one or you can have 500 pieces.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing is limited. So the first thing you're going to do is choose a platform to sell your NFT on. Now, we have a full NFT episode you probably want to check out. We'll dive into detail there. But for the most part,
Okay, so you can pick your platform.
Sorry,
We're going to use OpenSea as an example. I love this. I love authenticity. We're using OpenSea as an example. So,
Okay, so let's get started. So we choose a platform. We chose OpenSea. We want to put the Megan Face collection on OpenSea.
Yes.
We have two pieces of art that we are going to mint. So the first thing we're going to do is upload it there.
So these have what we call lazy minting systems, where you can mint your NFT and then there's really no risk in minting your NFT on that platform because you only pay the fee when it sells.
Yes.
So
that's how I minted the NFT, Spilling the NFTs.
So if you want to mint a collection with no risk, go on there and mint your collection. And then if it sells, that's when you're going to pay. But you're also, in theory, making money. So it's not like you're fronting a bunch of money to get your NFT collection on one of these websites listed. So lazy minting is just paying the fees when the NFT itself
So we have
sells.
our NFTs on OpenSea, let's say. When I buy Megan's face, which I'll put in later, that's when I pay.
She
didn't
the
pay anything to
Ethereum
upload
or the
it.
Polygon gas fee.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we've decided to mint on OpenSea. We've uploaded our things. What's next? We've uploaded Megan's face. What's next?
Now you need a wallet, just because the wallet's where you either send or store the NFT.
Is that a separate wallet from your Coinbase, let's say, if you already have one?
So it depends because some wallets allow for you to have both cryptocurrency and NFTs. For example, MetaMask, you can have your NFTs there. So we're going to use that for the example because you also need to be paying. So like if you want to transact on, if you want to buy an NFT on OpenSea, you need your wallet connected so that you can pay the fees to, use the blockchain. So you need your wallet connected so you know where you're sending the NFT and so you can pay. So you set up your wallet, you connect the wallet, and then you can create your NFT. And this is where we're going to kind of like condense because Jess and I have a whole episode on
and I'll
minting an NFT.
We'll put it right here, a little recap, but I will plug that episode there.
But then, so that's where you do that step, and it's very intuitive. We show on OpenSea
all the things that you can choose, all the options, how you really make the NFT your own. And this is, minting in is what officially puts it on the blockchain, what makes it a piece of the blockchain world that no one can imitate or duplicate or claim that it's theirs. That's the ownership of it. So that's where the details of that goes. Okay, so we've minted it, we put everything on there. Megan's beautiful faces for sale.
So now
what?
we're gonna drop in a little image here because I wanna talk about showing up on OpenSea. You open up a NFT project. You see all of these pictures are there.
So let's say I bought it, right? I bought it, and then this is what comes up when I get it.
Say you want to buy an NFT,
right?
And for example, I've chosen a project called TBAC, and TBAC by Timpers and Insight are a collection of they're a collection of ape adventure stories. I'm just reading this because I just randomly chose a collection. I kind of liked it. TBAC. So they're ape adventure stories. They're kind of cool, honestly. And we'll drop in below where you can find them. 10% of primary sales are donated to charity. So, Kayla, put the drop in here. You see this page, and you're like, what does this all mean? You see 10 items. You see owners, floor price, volume traded. You see the title. So what does this all mean? Let's talk. Created by. It is the person or people behind the collection. And typically you can click on this and see other projects they've made. You can kind of do your due diligence and see like,
what we talked about last week with the coins, the same thing applies to the NFT. You want to see who's behind it. They typically have a white paper as well, right? NFTs?
Yeah.
Or a deck or something that you can look that kind of talks about the overview of the project, the point of the project, the use cases of the project. So you can kind of get an idea and again, see the people behind it. So
this one, for example, created by the people behind the collection was pretty extensive. I believe they had another project. So like, that's something I look for. I'm like, okay, they have other NFT projects. They're pretty well established. And then you look at number of items. The number of items tells you how many unique NFTs are in the collection as a whole. The OpenSea used to actually allow you to have unlimited collections with unlimited items, but now they limit you a little bit.
Okay, so next we hop into...
the amount of owners. So you'll see on there's an amount of owners.
Does it matter, the amount of owners? No, right? That's just the people behind it?
Yes, amount of owners really matters because think about this. Somebody could really be screwing with the collection as a whole. If there are 50 NFTs and they're all minted, say you have 50 NFTs, they're all minted and they're selling on the secondary market, and the amount of owners is 1. That means one person owns the whole collection.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they are setting the precedent of how much they're trying to sell them for.
Right.
So it's almost like messing with the market a little bit. So you want to see a lot of owners.
Interesting. Because then it's like a board decision how much they're being paid, like, you know,
Yeah,
the floor prices
like
and being sold for,
Say you have 50 NFTs and there's 2 owners and they're all minted and trading. It's like, so all of these NFTs are owned by 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, I got to choose the
That's
price
a
for my
bad
NFTs,
sign.
and I'm very expensive. I'm not.
I mean, if there's one NFT and there's one owner, I mean, that makes sense. But if there's multiple NFTs, so you really do want to look at the amount of owners, actually, because you don't want just one person minting them all and sending them all to the same wallet and then trying to fluctuate the, market value of the NFT project itself. So
Interesting. I never thought of it like that.
yeah.
Okay, so then we go into floor price, and floor price is the lowest price for the collection items. Essentially, it's what the community is valuing it, and it's the lowest price to enter the NFT community.
Yes.
And we've talked about the importance of community. That's a big one, too. The community can choose if it's worth, like, higher value or lower value, right?
So for example, some of the Bored Apes are more prized than one another.
Right.
And so I think the technical cheapest one that you could buy would be the one that's selling for the floor price of whatever it might be. So,
Interesting. Right. And that was made by the community, right? The secondary market, the trading, people putting higher value on it and wanting it out of demand, right?
Yeah. So say there's one for $500,000 and then there's another one for $1 million. The floor price would be $500,000 because it's the less expensive.
I never understood that one, so thanks for explaining it to me.
No, I mean, it's confusing. They've
I've asked many
all
people,
these
but
little diamonds with numbers and on OpenSea, and it's like, what does it all mean? But anyways, so what can we learn from this? We can learn about the rarity of a project, the value of a project, the community behind a project. Price is really indicative of the value in general.
Yeah.
But like I explained to Jess, you want to make sure that there's enough people in the,
Yeah, they want, NFT collections want to see as many owners as possible as well, because then that builds the community, like we talked about, and it's extremely important in this NFT. That's why I keep talking about that. So, and like before you would do any of these things to launch your collection, 6 months before you set up it, you would open a community. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, and so there's like no, there's no set of standards. It's like, oh, this project fits this standard. It's a good project. You just want to see a healthy.
Right, because if less people are on the supply end, then they have more control over the market.
Right.
And then that's when they can control the price and make things ridiculous,
Yeah, and especially with the demand, it really shows like, oh, there's a lot of transacting here. There's a lot of owners. The floor price fluctuates. So, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I want to talk about, as we mentioned, this yacht is actually going to be turned into an NFT. They have what's the artist's name again? Diogo Snow. He is amazing. We're going to put him right here. But it'll be interesting. We're going to talk to the owner next week, and we're going to talk about all the details, how they're going to mint it, how they're going to turn it into an NFT, where you can buy it, how they get it, like what was the inspiration for all this. But it's kind of interesting, right? Like, I've never heard of a yacht NFT before, so I was like so happy.
I'll be curious to find out like the specifics of, the whole
me as
project.
well. Yeah, me as well.
We haven't
I'm
even,
curious.
we obviously have met with them and everything, but we are like saving ourselves a little bit to have the big reveal and like explanation of the project itself. So we're all going to be learning together.
They've been taking the boat out since it's been wrapped and it hasn't been minted. It's been wrapped and it's been painted. And so I posted a story on my Instagram this morning because we're on a new yacht, and so many people were like, "Hey, I just saw that boat out." Because not to mention that it's huge. Like,
no, I mean it's huge. It's also, it looks insane.
The bathrooms are golden, guys. The bathrooms are golden.
It looks like somebody took like like a spray paint bottle.
Wait, can we cut and add a yacht montage now, Kayla?
Yacht montage.
Okay, yacht montage.
Montage.